Hi, Evie here with your fitness tip of the day. This is fitness tip number 62. And for those who have been following my fitness tips, I recently did a meal prep tip where you could, I showed all my meal prep, all I cooked that day. And I wanted it, and in that video, you could see some bad bananas. Bananas were going bad. Hey, James, thanks for joining. And I decided I was going to do a healthy banana protein muffin so that you all could see how I do this. You know, if you remember some of my story, I got into fitness when I was about 30, 31 years old. Up to that point in my life, I never, ever cooked, all right, ever. So, you know, I'm 50. I turned 50 a couple months ago. Hey, Christine, thanks for joining. Lynn, James. And I want you to understand, just because you've never done something, by no means does it mean you can't learn, all right? Because look at me, I'm doing these lives with cooking. Who would have ever thought when I was in my 20s I'd do that? Or any lives on health and fitness, period. Anyway, so, you know, you got to take what you have. And so in my household, me and the kids, when we have bad bananas, it's time to make a healthy banana muffin, okay? And because I'm in the health and fitness and I like my meals to be easy and convenient, because I don't want to always be cooking, I like to make them protein muffins, all right? Just so that they could be grab and go, grab and go. I like grab and go foods, all right? So I'm going to show you what I have here. I'm going to show you my actual muffins. Now, don't they look at that. Don't they look fantastic? Now look, you're going to notice I put some chocolate chips on some of them. I did. I put chocolate chips on the ones for the kids. I have some without chocolate chips, okay? And if you look at these, oh my goodness, look at that. That is not dry. No dryness there. And I'm going to tell you how I did that, all right? Because I Google a lot of stuff, all right? When I want a recipe, although I've made these many times before, these muffins, because I don't like to throw food away, and my kids love the muffins. I mean, this is good. I'm going to make 2 trays here, and it's going to be gone by tomorrow, all right? Because I have a hungry boy, and my daughter likes them too. So now listen, yes. They look yummy and they look moist. The key is moist. You don't want to have a hockey puck, okay, going out the door. And guess what? The bananas help make that. The recipe I followed, by the way, I looked it up online, and I'm going to post it in my comments when I get done with this live today. The recipe I followed, I always improvise and I always tweak, all right? Just like you should do for your health and fitness when you're living your lifestyle. If I coach people, I train people, guess what? I'm always having them track what they're doing, and we're always tweaking, okay? Nothing's written in stone, nothing stays permanent. So when I find a recipe online and it says sugar or coconut sugar or whatever kind of sugar, and I don't want the calories of sugar, I always use stevia, always. If it says 1 banana for a recipe for muffins, I will usually put 2 or 3 in, all right? Because I don't want it dry. I don't want a hockey puck, all right? I want moist, tasty muffins. I also usually put an extra egg in because they all have protein powder. And with the protein powder, also, I usually put an extra scoop of protein powder in. So that'll make me put an extra egg in, all right? Again, because I don't want them dry, all right? I don't want a hockey puck for a muffin. I want it tasty. I want it, so we want to eat it. Like I told you, I make some for my kids, and I usually put 3, 4, 5 chocolate chips on it. And then I make a few for myself without the chocolate chips. Although I have been known to grab the chocolate chip ones occasionally, because I put 3 or 4 or 5 on there, just for the extra flavor. Now listen, all this was, okay, always with flour. When you have a flour recipe, I always use oatmeal. Oatmeal is my flour. Okay, instead of having flour, it's always oatmeal. So if it says, oh, use this much flour or this much wheat flour or this much whatever they're saying, I always use oatmeal. You can use oat bran, okay, just because it's healthier choice. I told you last time, when you use oatmeal, your body is harder. It takes a long time, more time to break that oatmeal down versus processed flour. Not that oatmeal is not processed. It is, just not as processed. Okay, so your goal is always trying to substitute things into these recipes that A, have lower calories, all right, because we're always watching our calories if we're losing weight or trying to maintain and stay healthy and fit. So we're always watching our calories, and so I always substitute stevia again for flour products, for coconut flour, any kind of sugar products. Whatever sugar they're telling me, I'm using stevia instead because stevia has 0 calories. Whenever they say flour stuff, I'm always using oatmeal, okay, or oat bran, all right, just because they have nutritional value, okay, and they're less processed than any flour. Stevia, because it's sweet, okay, tastes sweet, tastes like sugar, but it doesn't have any calories. Because at the end of the day, I want this food to taste really good. I want us to want to eat it. But at the same time, I don't want to blow my program out of the water just from eating breakfast this morning. All right? I want to enjoy my muffins. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of the times when you go to 7-Eleven or you go to Starbucks or you go to these places and buy these muffins, some of those muffins have like 500, 600, 700 calories in them. Okay? That's like 2 of my meals, all right, for a day with one muffin. So I'm always paying attention. When I post this stuff about how to cook things, you know, you guys can use these tips because it always is about the calories. And you always want your calories to count. You want them to be tasty. You want it to be food that you want to eat, that you want to. You're like, man, I can't wait. Like I told my kids I was making these muffins, they're excited. Although we have all that food still in the house, they're excited to have these muffins because they love them. They love them. There's about 150, 170 calories in the ones with chocolate chips. And that's awesome. That is 150, 170 calories versus going to Starbucks and having a 700 calorie muffin. Okay? And I have a ton of them. I have this is a whole tray. I took 2 out. I showed you already. And guess what? I'm going to have another tray. The recipe I'm going to post in comments on this live, it's going to make you 2 trays. So if you're someone on your own or without children that's going to eat it all up on you, this could be a week of breakfast. You could freeze these. It could be, you don't want them every day, put them in the freezer, nuke them for 30 seconds, and have them for breakfast out the door. I love the food out the door, all right? If you guys didn't learn that about me yet, this is a fact. I like easy, I like convenient, I like it to be healthy, and I like the least amount of calories, all right? That's it for today. I'm glad you guys joined me for my healthy chocolate protein banana muffins because I used those bananas that were dying in my kitchen. And try it. I'm going to post the recipe. I want to hear what you think. You all have a great day, and I will be back later in the week for your next fitness tip of the day. Have a great day.